What?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What was that?
I don't remember the lyrics.
That was great, bro. I love it.
That was my my serenation to Dua Lipa.
Is that a Dua Lipa song?
No. That song is old. That song is way before Dua Lipa started making music.
I don't even know what that song is.
The song that you were just singing.
No, the song I was just doing the song that you were singing.
I wasn't singing a song before.
Yeah, you just went la ba da ba dee ba.
No, before.
Oh, the do you recall?
Yeah, yeah, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just singing what you're singing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
My
you're
God,
right,
it's the same melody.
Listen, I'm fucking stupid.
I'm fucking tarded.
Hey, I guess it's not the R word.
I didn't say the R word.
Yo, is this a way around every slur?
Just don't say the R part.
It can't be the N word.
Apist.
I didn't say an N.
Apist.
Apist?
Just kind of an apist.
I don't like
Nah,
that
I
at
still
all.
think that wouldn't work.
That wouldn't work.
Yeah. Instagram still be like, you think we're stupid or something?
Yeah.
I know what you said.
Well, if you want to say...
You're no longer on this algorithm.
If you want to say that word, you just got to say S.A.
Yeah, essayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got S.A.
Got essayed. He was an essayer.
Yeah, he essayed people.
He essayed people.
Or she essayed people.
She essayed people. That does happen.
Yeah, it's important to remember. Women can be essayers also.
Isn't it interesting that like guys who are kids and guys who were once kids, whenever they see these stories about like women teachers like assaulting and essaying these children, they're like, why didn't that happen to me?
Yeah, I think that's changed.
That comes
now.
with the. It's changed more, but people still say that all the time in all these posts.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's just kids saying that.
No, but these would be like adults who were like, why couldn't this happen when I was a kid?
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, that's assault.
But they don't care because they're like, I know I'm horny now and I was horny then, so like I wanted the teacher to fucking diddle me.
Yeah.
That's what they were. That's what they're all thinking.
I mean, yeah, fair. I mean,
like, would you want that for your childhood self?
No.
Okay,
well,
I'm proud of you.
What?
I don't know.
What are you referencing here?
I'm not referencing anything. You literally said, well.
Well, no, I'm not saying I wouldn't want that with like a teacher. That's weird. But also
But if they're not a teacher, it's okay.
Well, I feel like my childhood is different from most other people's childhoods.
You are unique.
Like my experiences from like 12 onward vary quite largely from everyone else I know.
Well, yeah, because you skipped grades, you did a lot of things that kids your age don't normally do.
Yeah.
Not even just because of the skipping grades, just because, well,
I was choosing to do things.
But
that being said, I guess like, no, I wouldn't wish that for my childhood self.
Nah. Because I feel like it's like you think it's like sick, but it's like you're still gonna have some weird
You have some weird shit weird stuff going on, you know.
Look, nice.
Hey, shake my hand, buddy.
That was good. That was good. Some weird shite.
Some weird things going on, fam.
Oh God, the Toronto accent.
Yo, welcome back to the freaking pot. No, they don't say freaking. What do they say?
No, that could be the intro. Do it right now.
Yo. No, I don't like that.
Do it again. We'll keep it.
Yo, welcome back to the podcast, fam. I feel like now all of Toronto is just gonna be like, I'm never listening to this podcast again, fam.
Well,
this shit's farking trash, fam. You like that?
That's
farking?
pretty farking, like farting.
Farking.
Oh,
farking.
That's pretty good.
I don't think it is. Thing is, like, I don't talk like that. I don't personally know anyone who talks like that. Like, I've met people who talk like that back in Van. But
oh, like, really?
Yeah. It was disgusting.
I mean, I feel like some of our friends occasionally will have it pop out a little.
Yeah, but like as a bit for the most
part. Not always.
You talking the J one.
The J one. Also, I was going to say the N one, but that's not good.
Nope, not at all.
Their name starts with an N. Our friend. Like when they get like more like mad, actually like mad or very like just like blurting out frustration, sometimes
really
they'll do it.
I've never heard them talk like, well, I guess I've never heard them mad either.
Like, nice your beak, fam.
I just could never take that seriously. If someone's actually mad at me and they go, yo, nice your beak, fam, I'm gonna laugh.
What does nice even mean?
I don't fucking know.
Obviously it means like shut your mouth, the whole thing.
Yeah,
but like, is that a word?
No. Or not an
Yo,
English
nice.
word. It's probably like an amalgamation of like a Jamaican word and like Jamaican patois.
Yeah.
And they just say it.
But then, is it true that like Drake's one who's like popularized that kind, or like he played a large part in popularizing it?
Yes and no. Yeah, yes and no. Because Drake is like, he did it, but he also fucking pretended to be a Latin artist for a while. He pretended to be Jamaican for a while. He was British for a bit.
That's true.
You know, he's been all kinds of things. And then I think every time he does a new one, Toronto goes, yo, let's take a little bit of that one from. I like that.
He's just like switching the voice settings on his like creative character.
Yeah, literally. I think he just goes to AI and he's like, create a song as a rapper who is British. And then it just fucking writes the song for him.
Or he hears how the AI talks. He's like, that's the one.
That's what it is, bro. I like it.
That's
I like
the
it.
one.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Drake, you see all these like suing cases that he's doing against Kendrick Lamar, the GOAT, himself.
Well, he's not suing Kendrick himself.
He's suing Universal.
He's suing UMG, Universal Music Group.
Yes.
Because
he's under Universal Music
and
Group.
Spotify. He's also suing Spotify.
And Spotify. But he's a part of Universal.
He is.
He's friends with he's good friends with the CEO of Universal.
Buddies. They're pals.
So it's like you think it's like some kind of like coercion of like, hey, I know this probably won't go through, but since we're best buds, maybe something can get worked out.
Well, here's the thing. So there are many theories flying around about this whole lawsuit.
Well, first
situation.
of all, let's say what the lawsuits are.
Right. Okay. So obviously Kendrick put out "Not Like Us" a long time ago.
6 months.
6 months ago ish. At the end of the whole beef, that kind of ended the beef. Drake didn't respond. It was a massive song. The streams were ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was number one.
They're
for a
playing it
long
internationally so much. Saw people being like, dude, my Christian Nigerian mom was bopping to this in the kitchen and she doesn't even like rap.
Yeah. Well, it was enormous. My parents are familiar with it.
That's insane.
They don't listen to rap unless I mention an artist and they're like, oh, I'll check that out. You know?
And then they just never check it out.
No, sometimes they do.
Oh.
I've had my mom call me and be like, hey, that Mac Miller project you were talking about, I really liked it.
Shout out mom.
Which is kind of gas.
Shout
honestly.
out mom. That's
I'm
sick.
Putting the fam on.
That's amazing.
But they knew about Not Like Us and like fuck with it.
Yeah. So So he was saying that Spotify and UMG had like this weird collaboration of like boosting the popularity of the song with boosting like bot plays, like giving it like way more
like publicity,
like advertisement and publicity. And then the second lawsuit is a defamation lawsuit because of what Kendrick said about him on the song, of him calling him a SA and a
PDF file.
A PDF file.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, I mean, like you also called him like a woman beater, and that his kid wasn't his kid, and also made fun of him getting SA'd as a child, which actually isn't even true because
didn't even happen. But you still laughed at it as if it happened, which makes you even dumber.
Because he misinterpreted the song "Mother I Sober" on Mr. Morale, where he says that his mom thought that he was SA'd because she was SA'd as a child, so she pushed that on him. But he was like, "No, that didn't happen to me." But it was still traumatic because like. Your mom's telling you that you were, but like, no, like I wasn't.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
But yeah, so funny thing, right? So he's put out a defamation lawsuit against UMG.
Yeah.
Not against Kendrick. Kendrick is the guy who defamed him.
Yeah.
But he's suing UMG for putting that out. So I think the butter of that deal, of that lawsuit, is that Drake is saying, yo, you guys shouldn't let one artist under your label talk this much shit about another artist under your label.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. And you promoted it too much. That's what that other lawsuit's for.
Well, he was saying like you saw what was the contents of the song before it was pushed out. So you could easily not, or you could have removed that part. But it's like, homie, this has never been done in the history of hip hop.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
Never.
Also, like, if we're playing by this book, freaking Meek Mill himself could be like, well, you basically almost ruined my life when we beefed, so I could sue. Does that give me grounds to sue?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, also, like, what kind of precedent does this set for like future, like, hip hop generations of like, oh, well, like he said something that I really didn't like, and so I'm gonna sue him for it.
The thing is, if this lawsuit, so here's the thing, this could age terribly because I mean neither of us here have enormous amounts of love for Drake.
Not really. I haven't liked any of his projects since like 2016.
Same here.
So
this could age badly. It could be like this lawsuit in a year. It could be like, holy shit, Drake exposed the whole industry. This is crazy. Or
how?
No, I'm just saying the options.
Are these like
it's
the theories?
either that or Drake's gonna look like a fucking moron. He's gonna look stupid.
He already looks stupid.
He does, but he's gonna look as soon as this goes through, like if it goes to court or whatever, and no one settles, which it probably won't.
No,
but
I don't think so. Yes, yawn, my child.
I'm sorry.
Yawn.
I don't know why I'm so like yawny today. I'm not even tired.
I'm just kind of yawny today.
I haven't had a coffee. That's what it is.
We didn't make coffee.
We did not make coffee.
Damn it.
We got to kill ourselves. We got to unalive ourselves.
You can't say.
Hey man, we're working.
I had a friend who got banned off of PlayStation Network PSN because he told one kid to kill himself.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
after
that's
gaming
different.
with him.
I got comms banned on Xbox a couple times for saying other things.
And I just said it again. God.
No, we can say it, but we in the captions we have to put unalive. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, unalive that himself.
Yeah, but I mean, I told on Xbox. I sent a message to a guy when I was playing Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Saying, I hope your whole family gets fucked to death by horses. And I got banned. I got banned for saying that. Whoa, all these snowflakes. All these liberals.
Loki, these are the examples where like I can understand why parents don't want their kids playing that many video games.
I mean, yo, honestly though, this guy was such a dick. I don't know if I've ever met a man who deserved to get that message.
Okay, that's
more
different.
Than that.
That's different. That's different.
It was like emoting on me every time he got me.
The raging, the gaming.
This guy was a level 1000 on every character.
Oh, so he's just
every character.
So this is like his game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
sucks.
the game's been out for years, like so many years now.
Yeah.
And this wasn't even that long ago, bro. This was like a year ago.
Damn. I would also be mad.
I was mad. I was playing with Bernardo too.
That sucks. You got railed.
Yeah, it was rough.
Wait, so what are these like? What were these like theories?
Okay, yeah. So some people. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with what I think. Right. So we know this has been established. UMG and Spotify like this. They're buddies. You know, they're homies. They're tight. They always push each other. You know.
Yeah.
So Drake has benefited from that relationship many times.
Of course.
You remember what was God's Plan on? Scorpion?
God's Plan's on Views.
No.
Yeah.
Guaranteed not.
Pretty sure it is.
God's Plan is on...
God's Plan.
Yeah, it's on... I think it's on Scary Hours or on Scorpion.
No, you're tripping.
I guarantee you it's not on Views.
I'll check it. Okay, you keep on...
Whatever album that's on. I think it's Scary Hours.
Okay.
But... So when God's Plan came out...
Oh, you're right. It is on Scorpion.
It's on Scorpion?
It's on
Scorpion. Yeah. So when that came out, the only thing that was on Spotify I remember a lot of people talking about this who don't even listen to rap, don't even listen to that type of music, were like the only thing on the homepage of Spotify as soon as you open the app is Drake. The new Drake.
Yeah, because you can't deny that he is like the most profitable artist because he does this thing of like going between genres and like doing. Well, he's a pop artist, so automatically.
No. Yes, but my point in saying that is. That was a direct result of UMG's relationship with Spotify.
Well, we just had some video issues. Apparently, we ran out of storage, and we were not paying attention.
Technical malfunction.
Technical difficulties. Way to mess with the whole flow. We were talking for 10 minutes, and it wasn't recording. So what? We were talking about Spotify, Drake having a
They have like a relationship. They're boys.
Wait,
we were just saying like Drake has profited from that many times.
Yeah.
And now as soon as he's being a bit of a bitch about it.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't like to be called a PDF file on like an internationally well-known song.
But are you?
That's a whole different discussion. Allegedly. But also, it's like, yeah, as I said, like if they see profit, it's also because people are already listening to the song.
Yeah.
So like, they're not going to push a song that they don't think is already doing crazy numbers. It's like, bro, compare Not Like Us to Heart Part 6. His Heart Part 6.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Bro,
exactly.
Like, what? Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of goes back to... what the fuck was I going to say?
I have no idea. Oh, you're doing it again.
I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
it's all this kerfuffle about the storage. It just completely dicked my brain.
Yeah.
Now it's just fried and I'm gone.
That does happen.
I have nothing left.
Dicking of brains.
Dicking of brains. All right, what do you got? Switch it up. Give me something new. Give me something new. I can't.
Wow, you're really just like off the. Damn, we had such a good discussion.
We had a good thing
going. I'm really
going.
pissed.
I know.
I'm really pissed. Oh well. Well, also, I was talking about. I geared the discussion towards K-pop because we're talking about how Drake's a
with
pop
your girlfriend.
star.
Yes.
And I was thinking about how, like, yes, like pop is a very like formulaic genre.
Yeah.
Like especially at this point, and there is different avenues and different subgenres of pop, of course, because it's the popular genre.
Yeah.
But like, so I was at a Korean fried chicken place with my girlfriend, and they had on the TV playing all these like super popular K-pop music videos.
Yeah.
And as I'm like watching it, as I watching these videos as I'm eating, I was watching like maybe like 15 fucking videos, and every single one of them, I'm like, these people all look like so like dead inside. Yeah. Or it's like everything is like such a production, but not in the way it's like, yeah, like it's like obviously it's a production, it's a fucking music video, it's from the industry, like of course it's gonna be a production, like no, like it's just like the whole vibe of it just always feels like they're always doing a performance on like a late night show, like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or something.
Yeah.
And it just always seems like it just looks like there's no freedom for like personal expression. Yes, they have like cool outfits and like sets and like, you know, like their own like choreography and stuff.
But
like
it's not
per
their
group.
Outfits, you know, it's not the outfit chosen for them to wear.
Most likely. And if they did choose it, like I will say like a lot of their outfits are sick. Like they are like very like artistic and like out there.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it's like you like look at these videos and you're like, these people are like they just look like money making tools.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, like artists are money making tools. That's the whole point of them. It's the whole point of them. Like no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah.
But it's like you can just see it though.
It feels almost exploitative.
Yeah. Like obviously, like that's the same thing in the West as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's at least with like bigger artists. It's you can see, well, at least you hope you see, otherwise it's probably garbage. You see that like expression of like, you know, personal expression of like, this is their artistry, these are their ideas that they put into it.
Yeah.
But with what I was seeing in these like, okay, what?
No, nothing. I was just gonna say, like,
you laughing at?
No, you said like, you know, with a big artist, like you can see their artistic expression unless they're trash. I was like, yeah.
No, like
let's see if we can think of one big artist who doesn't have any artistic expression. I can name one right fucking now. But his name is Drake.
No, but like, you know what I mean though. Like, I obviously like there are like big artists who, obviously that's also how a lot of them get to that position in the first place.
Yeah.
But if the project is garbage, it's probably because either there wasn't a lot of like genuine artistic expression there, or it just wasn't really good. Prime example,
Drake.
I was gonna say Chance's last project, Chance the Rapper.
Yes.
What's the name?
No.
What's the name of it again?
The Big Day.
The Big Day.
Yeah. Okay. I do disagree with you.
Well, look, it's not in terms of like bad projects or big artists. It's not the worst ever.
It's hot trash. It's pretty shit.
So what are you disagreeing with me with?
I'm disagreeing. I don't think it's the result of like selling out. I don't think it's the result of like.
No, I'm not saying that's the thing of selling out.
Oh, what are you saying?
Well, that's apparently someone's not fucking listening.
Someone's got about half a brain cell.
Well, I'm saying I was saying that like it's either or this. Okay, it's either there wasn't enough allowance for artistic expression in the product itself, or the expression itself just wasn't like performed well. Like it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't put in materialistically in a way that like is sellable and just sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I think it was weird because it's like Chance's stuff up until that point was about like a lot of like commiseration, you know, where it's like, oh, I'm miserable, but like I'm on drugs, so it's kind of chill. And it's like shit like that.
I'm on drugs, baby. It's all chill, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, life sucks, but like here's some dope bars anyway, you know? But then it became like life is good. I have a daughter and a wife, and I love them very much. And it was like, I think Chance kind of had a moment.
Everyone's like, that shit sucks.
Yeah, kind of did.
Same thing with
but it was just like the bars were ass. Like it wasn't like, because Chance is known for really clever wordplay, like meaningful, thoughtful shit. And now he was like, God is great. I love my wife. You know, like it kind of just sucked. And I think he lost like his original inspiration for like what made him him, if that makes sense.
That's true. I'll say one last thing about K-pop though. Yeah. This is for all the K-pop fans out there. All right.
Oh, all right. Lock in, folks.
Don't murder me in my fucking sleep.
Oh, what are you about to say?
No, nothing bad, but you know how K-pop fans are.
I know. I don't want to upset them, man.
It's
what
like cultish. But all I was gonna say is that like when I was like looking at these videos and the production and everything, and even just the music itself, I'm like, it looks like I'm watching and listening to the Quadratic Formula. I'm like, everything is just like so, just like this is exactly how it is, and it's just done almost like too perfectly and too like organized in the way that's like it's like I'm watching robots. Like it's not like I'm watching people.
It's like you're at Disney watching like the animatronics perform their little thing, you know?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like I mean, as also me personally, but like I'm like I could never like listen to this and be like this my
so
sound resonates. This sound resonates with me.
Yeah,
which is also subjective. But like I don't know. I like to think that I'm pretty open to like all genres of music. Even I hate country, but I can appreciate like, you know, like old country.
There's some banging country.
And there's some banging country. Yeah. But with this, I'm like, maybe it's also just like modern K-pop, because I know like older K-pop it's more like pop with like R&B, and that's fire.
That's true.
But now it's pop with like EDM and dubstep, which like I don't necessarily like dislike those either, but just like the mix itself, I'm like it's just like
to it. You know, it's not something I'm wanting to put on.
Yeah, but like I've heard like more like newer stuff that takes on like dubstep elements. You know, for example, like I've heard some like newer like Calvin Harris stuff that's taking more like older like 2010s dubstep, and that shit bangs.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know
what it is. Every time I hear dubstep now, I'm just like, whoa, middle school, this is crazy.
All those like AMVs of like, you know, like anime on like YouTube with just like random dubstep tracks of like fight scenes.
I went back and listened to some of the old, like I had like a fat dubstep phase in like 6th or 7th grade. Mm-hmm. And because I think my brother showed me like 3 songs, and I was like, whoa, this is a new world of music.
Beats are going so crazy.
Yeah. Well, I was also like 10. So I was like, oh my God, this
every
is
10-year-old's like experience.
Yeah. But like I went back maybe last year and listened to some of the dubstep songs that I like vividly remembered being like, whoa, you know? And there was this one called like, it was called like Headshot by this guy named Feed Me.
Feed Me.
That was the guy's name. Yeah. But it was.
What is up with these like dubstep and like electronic artists? First of all, always committing these acts of like SSAing and all this shit, and then making names.
Yeah,
that sounds like you would commit.
Well, I don't want to say nothing about Feed Me. I don't know if that person was a SA or anything like that.
I'm not saying I'm just talking about the name in general.
I just remember this song it's sampled.
And we have Feed Me coming onto the stage.
What's up, guys? It's Feed Me. Here's my track. Boom, headshot. Womp, womp. No.
I'm going to open my mouth this entire performance, and you can throw whatever you want into it.
That's freaky.
Could you imagine?
That's real.
That would sell,
freaky.
though.
I don't think it would sell for very long, because Homeboy would just die. He'd get batteries tossed in there. People are not good.
But they're probably gonna be handed the things to throw at him. They're not just gonna be like, yeah, you can bring it and throw whatever you want. It's like, yo, I'm gonna throw this hot spoon of heroin into your mouth. Like, no.
The whole spoon. Just fine. It's like you're
accuracy
for darts, but you're just whipping.
It's like,
spoons.
Would he die of overdose first, or just suffocating?
Well, I think he would just catch the spoon. A spoon is a hard object.
Well, could you imagine? He's just like, what the? It's just like the whole. It's just like the actual end of the spoon. So he like caught it perfectly.
Yeah,
just like It's kind of like sugar.
Yeah. Well, it's also like because the heroin spoons are always bent, right?
True. Wait, why are they bent? Because they just get like malformed from the heat.
No, just so you can hold it.
What?
Well, it's like the heroin spoon. Well, it's like if you're.
Well, you can hold a spoon. That's why.
Well, yeah. If you're holding a spoon here and like the spoon part's here, right? and you're heating up that bottom part.
This is our heroin 101 class.
Yeah, so you're heating up the bottom of the spoon with a lighter like this, right?
Actually, am I allowed to say
hair on? I don't know.
Hair on.
So you're heating it up, right? The bottom of the spoon, and then boom, your hands start getting real hot. Or the spoon part is here, and you bend the handle down and kind of curve it back up. So then you just loop your fingers in here. It's still flat there. Light it, and then your fingers don't get hot.
How do you know this?
I had some friends in weird places.
That's fair. That's fair. Won't go into that.
Well, I never did heroin.
Oh, that's good.
I've never done that.
It does just look like heated up sugar, though.
It really does.
Brown sugar.
I feel like it's got to be the greatest thing on the planet.
Oh, like for people to like constantly want to do it?
Yeah. Like for people to be willing to just toss everything away. Like actual multimillionaires, like rock stars who get off stage and like the greatest feeling for them is being on that stage and like
being on heroin.
Well, the greatest feeling is like, oh my God, I'm on stage. There's hundreds of thousands of people across the world who just scream my lyrics at me every night.
Yeah.
That's got to be an insane high.
Definitely.
And then you get off stage and nothing can compare to it except for heroin. It's got to be the craziest feeling on the planet.
That is true. It's almost like, obviously there are like adrenaline junkies, but it's like that is, like people like are singing your lyrics that you wrote in your room or your studio at like a giant stadium. It's like you can never match that feeling again.
But somehow heroin does.
Does it? It's like it does, or it just is. This might sound stupid, but or it just because it could, because it's
will.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm just being
or
pragmatic.
it just convinces your body that it is. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's not the actual effects like aren't like in that like aren't to that level.
Yeah.
But because like it is just so highly addictive, and it literally like warps your body to where like it convinces the body that it needs it.
Yeah.
Is it actually like that like fantastic, or is it just the drug just like configuring your body to make you think that?
That's okay. That's
it doesn't sound fucking dumb now, does it?
We're speaking of addiction. Perfect. Reminding me of my next thing that I wanted to talk about. I'm moving on.
You want to talk about drugs?
No, addiction.
Oh,
not drugs. So, also ties into Korea kind of nicely. So Korea's soldiers,
addicted.
North Korean soldiers.
Oh, porn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sent out to help Russia in the Ukraine fight. We're not going to get into that. But
yeah,
they're all addicted to porn.
Well, I wonder why.
They're having unrestricted internet access for the first time, and they just go, big fucking fat tits.
Okay, you can't just say that, Leandro.
Big flopping nipples. That's the first thing they're looking up. Also, I can say big fat tits.
Can you?
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I'm still figuring out the whole algorithm thing.
Algorithm can fuck itself. We're having a conversation about big tits. All right? Now, let me ask you this. You've lived your whole life. You're your age right now. You're 23 years old.
Yeah.
You've lived your whole life with no internet access at all. And then all of a sudden you have unrestricted internet access.
Like everything's so gray and bleak. Everything, no one even really talks. Always in constant fear of getting just like shot, executed, tortured. Next thing you know, you go to Ukraine. I mean, you're there to fight a war. Then you go on the phone. You're like, whoa. Look at all these. It's like, look at all these colors.
The first thing that you're like, yo, grab the phone. We're going to have a call in a couple minutes to discuss our strategy. You grab the phone, just... boobs, butt. That's not the first thing they look up. They gotta be looking up some crazy shit.
No, I can only imagine what they like look up though.
First time they
it's
see,
probably only very basic stuff because they're like
they can't handle the crazy shit.
They can't imagine they're like what is this Brazilian fart porn?
They're like,
how do I know that? It popped up randomly one day. What is this?
Tentacle hentai. I think their brains would just
You're like, no, wait, Japan told us about this.
No, Japan didn't tell them shit. You can't talk to no one.
Well, apparently like that whole like fetish dates back to like centuries. There's like old text of like tentacle weird things and like women that are like in old text and drawings.
Is this like purely originating from Japan? Or is this like a sailor thing? It was like some European Spanish guy was like, I'm sailing across the sea and I saw a woman get fucked by an octopus.
You think the Portuguese brought tentacle porn to the Japanese?
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised.
dates back pre-European contact.
Damn. But it's just all back in Japan. Like people in Japan. And
I don't know if it's
Japan
just Japan that necessarily, but I know that like these are like old Japanese drawings and text that describe and show like similar things. Obviously, like
that's freaky.
Obviously, not like tentacles, like like penetrating women in these drawings.
You're telling me these guys are historically freaky?
They're historically freaky.
Back in the day, they was still that freak shit.
I mean, dude. Japan's a very interesting place. Like now, people like they have convinced the world ever since World War II. Like there's like kawaii and like anime and like cool shit and like and like electronics. Like first of all, these motherfuckers were the imperial power in Eastern Asia.
They're pretty massive.
They did just as much horrible things as freaking Nazi Germany.
I don't know if they did as
No,
many.
They did. I study this shit. It's pretty bad.
Large scale in terms of scale, no. In terms of quality of the fucked up shit they were doing, yes.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Well, because I know about like the things that they did in terms of experimenting and like research.
Well, also you don't know about the whole like psychological things that they did in all the countries they like conquered during that time.
Oh no, I don't.
No, yeah, that's why I said I studied it.
All right, Dr. fucking Japan over here.
Yeah, Dr. Japan.
Dr. Japan over here.
Yeah, I'm still recording. Thank God.
I know. I'm so anxious now. I keep checking.
But no, but like they would literally do like psychological like trying to like psychologically like break the like towns and societies in Eastern Asia to tell them that like similar to other parts of the world, but like that like they are nothing and that like they will become Japanese and like breaking them down like brick by brick.
So they did essentially the Japanese were doing what the whites were doing to natives over here.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's that. I mean,
it's pretty bad.
That's pretty rough.
It's pretty bad.
Not good.
No, like it's like you like if you were to like look at like almost like a chart of like genocidal acts of like Nazi Germany, Imperial Japan. It's like actually I don't think there's like one that's like worse than the other.
That's wild.
That's crazy. It's pretty bad.
That's they
wild. Also ate the livers out of the soldiers that they
It's kind of gangster.
Is it though?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they extracted a lot of them while they were alive.
Yeah. But thinking of it in terms
kawaii.
of but I'm thinking of it in terms of like a war. If I'm fighting a war and I hear that the guys we're fighting will cut out my liver while I'm alive and eat it, I'm probably not going to fight them.
Yeah. Well, these are also the same guys that also had suicide planes.
Yeah. This is very true. This is a very
also
good point.
A culture that's very embedded in like honor and respect, which is not a bad thing.
True.
But to the point where it's like, let's say like I say something wrong to someone who's of like one social class higher than me, I'm gonna cut out my stomach.
Yeah, it's wild
to like defend the honor of me and my family.
Yeah. It's nuts.
That's pretty crazy. But like kawaii.
Yeah, they changed their whole perception.
They masterfully did it, and part of that is because the U.S. is like, come on guys, like we know we like nuked you twice. We're gonna help you build yourself back up.
But I don't want you getting too crazy.
I don't want you getting too crazy.
You can get freaky, but don't get crazy.
Though anime technically dated back to like the 1890s.
Yeah. Which is kind of sick.
That's been a thing for a long, long time.
Which is dope.
But yeah, it's crazy when you think about how they just like their marketing scheme is insane.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're getting close to the end here, but I have a question.
Wait, what's the addiction thing that we were talking about?
The porn addiction.
Oh, I forgot that we even talked about that.
Yeah, we did. Okay, before we go, I have a question for you. It's a bit of a difficult question to answer. I understand if you need some time to think about it. How long after one of your parents dies,
Jesus,
can you start jacking off again?
What the fuck?
Think about it.
My mom listens to this podcast.
You better have a good answer then.
I think your parents also listen to this podcast.
Nah, they don't.
Oh, well, lucky you.
I asked them not to.
Oh. Lucky you. How long?
How long after one of your parents passes away, unfortunately, tragically,
Well, I'm hoping like I'll be married by then, so I'll have a loving partner to have intercourse with.
Yeah, but how long?
Just like let's say like I don't have a partner.
You just got the phone call. Even if you do have a partner, you just got the phone call. You're not piping that day.
No, obviously I'm not gonna. I wouldn't have sex that day. I'm gonna be mad depressed.
I know. How long?
I'm gonna like try to get an erection, and then my dick's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, it's just like a sad little penis.
It just lets out like a sigh.
Yeah, it's a good question. How long?
3 days. 3
days?
Depends on how horny I am.
3 days?
Well, what is me not fucking gonna? Is that gonna bring my parents back from the dead? I don't think so. I don't think me not having sex is gonna bring my mom or dad out of the grave. And if it does, that's kind of a weird way to resurrect your parents by not jacking off.
All right, you not bringing him back. You not piping is not gonna bring him back.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would need at least a week.
I don't think my parents would want me to not have sex because they died.
I would definitely need at least a week.
My dad would be like, "Son, no, what? Son, are you actually gay? Why did I sound like Japanese?"
So Bass is actually mixed race.
Actually Asian, if you didn't know.
Yeah, all right, buddy. You keep telling yourself that.
Weeb. No, but I would
need at least a week, man.
Okay, realistically, probably a week.
Like, I don't think I'd be able to like get my head to that space.
Oh no, obviously, and also like I've never had a parent pass away, so I can never understand how long or like the actual effects. But
grief sex is a thing.
Grief sex is a thing. Doesn't also like sadness or depression make you last longer in bed?
Probably, yeah.
You're like, I can speak from experience.
Well, let me tell you something. I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I know like depression medication definitely can.
Well, yeah, because it numbs you out.
Yeah, it makes it harder to climax.
Yes. To reach the finale.
To reach the finish line.
Exactly.
But yeah, okay, probably a week.
A week? I think
what about
that's
you?
Like a good.
Yeah, you said a week.
I think that's probably a solid answer. I don't know. Like it's a weird thing.
Difficult question.
All right.
Brother dies. A day.
No.
Oh damn! I just laughed so hard for nothing.
Yeah, you laugh really hard and you're a piece of shit.
Damn,
I don't know.
I thought you were gonna laugh with me.
Probably like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wow. Even you're gonna wait longer for your brother than for your
I feel like that hits harder in a way. No, because
does it?
It's like
because
we're supposed to live the same amount of time.
Because they're more gone. Because they're gone sooner.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's like this wasn't supposed to happen type shit.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, because it's like your parents obviously are older, so it's expected that they will pass away before you do. So it's something that you have to go through at some point. Yes. It's tragic. It sucks. But it's something you're expecting.
You expect it.
A sibling is different.
True.
Unless you're both like 90, then it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. We're gonna be out of here soon.
Yeah. Then I'm like a week and a half at 90.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like,
you think you're gonna be tugging it at 90?
I don't know if I'm gonna be tugging it, but I'm gonna be active for sure.
Would you be like one of those like swinger elderly people?
No, I could never see myself as a swinger.
I could never do that either. Because dude, these elderly people in these retirement homes be getting down.
Yeah, they go crazy.
I
could never do that. I don't think I will. If I'm ever anywhere close to going to a retirement home, I'm calling it.
Could you imagine being the worker walking in on this like wrinkly orgy?
Oh, no. I don't want to picture that.
Yeah, well, you just did. How'd that feel?
Awful.
Exactly.
Terrible. That was unpleasant.
Yeah. Think about it again.
Nope. I'm thinking about something else.
Wrinkles.
Skittles. I'm thinking about Skittles. I'm done.
That's actually the sound effect that men make
when they come
after
old age.
After the age of 90. They're just like, it just goes.